Unfortunately, X, the former Twitter, has been forbidden to operate in Brazil. What's going on exactly? Is this country becoming authoritarian? We're going to talk about this after the intro. Hello guys, since last Friday, August 30th, 2024, X, the former Twitter, is forbidden to operate in Brazil. What's going on exactly? For you to understand, I need to go back to Jair Bolsonaro, our former president here in Brazil. He's known as, some people say, far right-wing politician, and he has a lot of followers, okay? These followers didn't accept the fact that Bolsonaro lost the election, and during a period at the end of the election to when he lost the competition to Lula, the former president, his followers started writing comments on X, calling people to action, not to accept his election. They call it fraudulent. And it culminated on an attempt of coup d'etat. I'm not going to say coup d'etat because it's too strong, but I'm going to say there was an attack in the Congress of Brazil on January 8th, 2023. It might sound familiar because 2 years before, on January 6th, Trump followers tried to topple the government. At least they invaded the Congress to protest against the election and the loss to Joe Biden. So the story was repeated, but in Brazil. Okay? There was an investigation to know who motivated these people to go in numbers to Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, and invade the Congress. And I'm talking about numbers, guys. There were several buses with a lot of militants, a lot of supporters of Jair Bolsonaro who went to Brasilia and invaded the Congress. They destroyed the STF room, which is our Supreme Court. They destroyed a lot of places. They broke gifts that Brazil received from other nations, very valuable gifts. Art, work, paintings, you name it. It was a complete destruction. So STF is our Supreme Court, and they are responsible for protecting the Constitution by the law. They started an investigation to find the root cause of this attempt to topple the government, the democratically elected government. And they came to a lot of profiles on X. So the first thing they did was to request X office here in Brazil to block these accounts. And I'm talking specifically about Alexandre de Moraes. Alexandre de Moraes is one of the justices that is a member of the STF. So he demanded the office here in Brazil to block these accounts because they were spreading fake news and they were putting the population against the democratic organs or institutions like the STF. For instance, Alexandre de Moraes himself suffered some attacks when he was traveling abroad. So many of the ministers, of the justices of Brazil, when traveling abroad, were confronted by supporters of Jair Bolsonaro, according to the news. It's not my opinion. Everything I'm telling here, I have read during months, okay? So these justices, they were confronted, be that in New York or in Italy, wherever they were, people would come and face them and say they were corrupt and stuff. So Alexandre de Moraes requested or demanded X to block these profiles. And he started to harass the company to do that because, according to Elon Musk, he was harassing because he was sending lots and lots and lots of threatening messages for the company to block the profiles so that these people didn't spread fake news or messages against the democratic institutions anymore. Well, you know Elon Musk said, look, I'm not going to do that because this is against the Brazilian law. We work based on the law, and you guys, and you requesting this, you are going against your own constitution. So we're not going to do this. We are known for defending democracy and free speech. So things went south. Alexandre de Moraes threatened Elon Musk's workers here in Brazil with jail time. And in order to defend these workers, Elon Musk decided to shut down the office here in Brazil, and the company wouldn't have a representation in the country. A little before that, Alexandre de Moraes had already penalized Elon Musk's company with many fines. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the fines are in 18 million reais right now. 18 million reais, guys. So what happens? Elon Musk closed the office. He fired the 40 people so that nobody would go to jail. And he started protesting against this guy, calling him a tyrant, sharing pictures of him created by artificial intelligence, comparing him to a Harry Potter villain. He also said that he was the result of the crossing between Darth Vader and another guy, I think a Harry Potter villain. So things were not good, actually, right? They were competing against each other in the media. So according to Código Civil, every company operating in Brazil needs to have a representation. If you don't have, you don't work. That's what the law says. Well, X was nowhere to be found in the country ever since Elon Musk shut the office in early August. So the justice decided to go to the platform itself and summon the company through a post. He said that they had 24 hours to name someone who would represent the company here, or he would stop X from working in the country. Well, what happened? Elon Musk said, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to name someone to be arrested under your abuse of power. Well, this was Wednesday. Thursday, Alexandre de Moraes demanded Anatel, which is our telecommunications agency in Brazil, to send the order and block all the services with X, so X would stop operating. But it takes a while for you to do that. So X officially stopped working on Friday. Okay, so Friday, there was no X in Brazil anymore. As Alexandre de Moraes couldn't find anybody to represent the company in the country, he said that the rule had to be followed, the law had to be followed. He decided to go against another company that belongs to Elon Musk and that operates in Brazil, Starlink. He blocked all the accounts that belong to this company and all the financial transactions that belong to Starlink. Of course, Starlink protested and said that it was not correct because they were paying for something they didn't do, for something X did, and they had nothing to do with X. They belonged to the same guy, but they were completely distinct companies. This generated a big protest against Moraes' decision, because it's like punishing one company for the mistakes of another just because they belong to the same guy. And Alexandre de Moraes said that he was following a rule inside the law called Grupo Econômico de Fato, that it belongs to the same management and the same owner, and for that reason he could freeze the accounts in order to retain the $18 million in fines that was established over X. Well, a lot of people who are constitutional lawyers or understand the Constitution said this was not correct. Okay, because for you to do this, it would have to be under fraud, and that's not the case. No companies here have committed fraud for you to apply this. All right, so a lot of people protested, said that he was using his power to show power against Elon Musk. So it was like an arm wrestle dispute, a game of egos. And this was very harmful for the image of the country, because you're going to drive away any possible investment in the country. So Starlink protested and said, we're going to use the legal avenues, the legal paths for us to go against you on this decision. Well, it was voted by another member of the STF, and he said that there was no illegal action on Alexandre de Moraes' decision. So there were so many tweeters from Elon Musk saying that now it's possible to affirm that Brazil is not a safe country to invest. A lot of images mocking the justice, Alexandre de Moraes as well in his platform. Alexandre de Moraes himself said that freedom of speech cannot be mixed up with impunity, that the digital world is not a no man's land. It has to be under the regulations of the country where it operates. Guys, it's a terrible situation because Alexandre de Moraes not only blocked X from operating, he also threatened any Brazilian citizen using VPN to access the platform. Anyone feeling defiant enough to do that would be penalized with 50 grand fine, a 50,000 real fine. A lot of my American friends and foreign friends sent me messages on Friday telling me to confirm this, and I was too busy for me to check, but I checked on the weekend. It was true. It was not VPN itself, but anyone operating VPN accessing the platform. So nowadays the situation is he went back on his decision of the VPN, so you can use VPN, it's not a problem, but you cannot access X because this way you would be defiant against the law and against the justice. So this is the situation now. We have this horrible impasse. This is sending the wrong messages. If you follow other Brazilian business people, and I follow many, the most important ones are saying this is a disaster. Okay, the guy shouldn't be doing what he's doing, not this way. He should give the company time to respond to any accusations, and everything should be judged inside the law, inside a court. It doesn't work like that. It's not I'm gonna do and that's all. So it sounds authoritarian for many of these guys. Look, some people will defend the justice and say these people were under investigation. They need to stop spreading fake news in the country. Elon Musk said no, they have the right to defend themselves. The Justice Alexandre de Moraes is just asking us to break the Brazilian law. We're not going to do that. So he's asking us to go against his constitution, the same constitution that he claims to protect. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go like the other platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook that comply with everything this guy says. So we're not going to do this against the Brazilian people. The Brazilian people deserve better. This is what Elon Musk said. Some other people will say Elon Musk is correct, but he complied with a lot of requests to block profiles in India and other countries. Why is he not doing the same in Brazil? Some people raise this questioning. What is my opinion? I think everything's so stupid. I understand some people are being investigated, but I'm against censoring anything. I don't think it's the way we should do things. I think things should be done by the law, inside the court. That's what I think. But I don't understand law. I'm not a lawyer. If you think this is ridiculous and you have more information, please use the comment section for you guys to contribute with this video. For me, I just think it's more harmful for the image of Brazil than anything else. Elon Musk even called President Lula a lapdog, in the hands of Alexandre de Moraes. This is horrible for the image of the country. So one thing I tell you guys, it's getting harder and harder to defend Brazil nowadays, unfortunately. But this is just my opinion. Please leave your comments, and I want to hear what you have to say on this matter. Thank you very much. I hope to come back with better news. Bye-bye.